there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of the Some Assemblage Required Advent Calendar unboxing. I am going to open this package up, see what's inside, pause the video, go pull photos, and then try to make a layout using this. Looking at my calendar, just making sure I'm not missing anything today. It is just Some Assemblage Required. Okay, this is a wax seal, and yours would be in the bag if you ordered this. Mine was not because I got mine just a little bit ahead of time, and the wax seals were not ready, so I got those a little bit later. That is super cool. Let's see here. I don't know if you can see that very well. I feel like the lighting is not great. Oh, I'm always struggling with the lighting, you guys. It's my nemesis. And if I pull this over, you're going to get a big reflection right over here. Okay. It's got, there you can kind of see it. It's got a castle on a book. So there's a book with a castle, and it looks like there's a dragon coming out of the castle. That's cool. And it's a really pretty color, kind of like a purple with a blue in it. So I love that. And inside, oh, there's something else. Something else. This says, "This is just a chapter, not the whole story." Okay. Oh, sorry, my cat is going to be noisy now. This says, "Share a Good Mood Every Day" magazine. Let's see what else is in here. Come on. So we've got several of these little frames. "Share a Good Mood Every Day" handmade. "The evening wind gently steps on the clouds, the evening wind, and there is an orange convenience store in the depths of the sunset selling orange and tenderness." Okay, that's interesting. This says, "Share today. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what's next." That is true. That's kind of cool. This says, "Share today. Better late than never. Good mood with you." Life Weekly. Hang on one quick second so we can actually see this. Aha, Life Weekly. Weekly issue. Welcome to subscribe. You deserve it. All the little things are happening in good order. That's kind of cool. And then this last one says, "Share a Good Mood Every Day" magazine. There is an afterlife. Be a bird. Fly over eternity. Have no trouble of getting lost. There is fiery hope in the east. Warm nest beds in the south. Driving back. The setting sun to the west, and awakening fragrance to the north. I'm not sure what any of that means, but I like that part. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Very different. Okay, I'm going to stop the video and go pull out a couple of photos and see what we can make. I'm doing something a little bit different today. I am documenting my faith a little bit. I don't normally document that, at least not on my channel. I don't really have a reason why. It's not something I document all the time anyway. But I decided to document it because the last few weeks in my Bible study, we've been studying Revelation, and there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in Revelation. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in this world, but the main takeaway from it is that I don't really need to worry about a lot of it because it's really not up to me. It's in God's hands, and which is kind of funny because um, there's a lot of times where I try to control a situation, and over the years I have learned that it really isn't to my benefit. And so when things like that come up, I have a little thing I say, which is just basically, "It's not my problem." And I know it sounds really flippant and really like it's not like kind of rude, but it's actually not intended that way. It is my note to myself that it's not my problem, it's God's problem. He'll take care of it. I need to stop worrying about it. And so that is kind of what I'm talking about here. And I thought this title, it's not the um, it's the chapter, not the story, is perfect because there's a lot of times in life where we are going through a season in our life or a chapter in our life that is particularly uncomfortable or difficult or um, strained. And we just need to remember it's not the whole story, right? It's just the season of life that we're in. And so that's what I'm documenting here today. I'll quit being on my soapbox and preaching to you here. But, so that's what I really wanted to write is I need to stop worrying about the chapter and focus on the story and know that God's got it under control. So if you don't believe the same as me, that's totally okay. I don't expect that everybody does. And if it's off-putting to you to hear about it, it's not something I talk about on my channel a whole lot. But I hope it doesn't stop you from watching. So yeah. Anyway, I have pulled out a Pink Fresh Studio paper. I've also pulled out some Pink Fresh Studio florals. And I really like this purpley pink color because I thought it went really well with the seal, the wax seal. And I decided to go ahead and use that. It's got a castle on it. I think there's a dragon coming out of the castle. And that is kind of, um, it's, yeah, it is a story. A lot of stories are written with a very good and a very bad element to them. And I feel like, that is life especially if you believe in um, Jesus, the Bible, and all of that stuff. So I thought it was fitting. So I'm going to go ahead and use it on here. And I do love these florals. I tried to pick ones that had the purple in them and maybe a little bit of yellow or blue. And I kind of tried to stay away from the ones that had a lot of the red flowers. I don't mind the little bits of red berries, but I didn't want a lot of red flowers because I felt like that was competing with the pinks that I've got going on here, the pinky purples. And I did go through and I trimmed off the outer white edge of trimmed down. I didn't completely cut it off, but I trimmed it down so that I don't have as much of a white border around all of those die cuts because they're kind of, I don't know, I thought it was a pretty big border and I don't like that. So it's something I probably do with most of them if they have that kind of a border. And then I had that sticker up in the top corner. I'm just going to do a little journaling on that as well. You can see that I did kind of figure out where my embellishments were going to go before I did my writing. I didn't get that bottom right one lined up perfectly. Oh my goodness. And so there's a little bit of a white around it, but I am going to add a little splatter in that area. And at the end of the day, I think it looks okay. I also did use the acetate pieces that were like photo overlays. And I trimmed this one down to pull there's like some little diamonds on it. And I thought I'd use those kind of like as a little bit of an embellishment to add a different texture. And they're very subtle, so you don't see a lot of it. There is also one of the sayings off of the bottom is I cut it off and I tucked it under the left-hand side of the photograph there. And I'm liking the way that that's looking. I also did just use notebook paper because I feel like in the photo, I am doing my Bible study. It's just on well, it's actually not even notebook paper, it's printer paper. And I wanted someplace where I could write a lot of stuff down, and I thought the notebook paper would be just fine. I didn't need to use a piece of like ledger paper or something like that. And that is real life. I mean, I don't get out fancy paper to do my Bible study. It's just done on the paper that is handy. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm just documenting that. I am also stamping the date underneath the bottom embellishment there. And I'm just using sugared lavender. You also might have seen me make my photo mat out of that sugared lavender ink. I just inked the edges of it. That little black thing on my desk is a mixer. It's mixing up the Dina Wakley Media Gloss because it takes a lot of shaking otherwise, and that mixer just works fabulously. I'll try to remember to put a link down below for that in case you're interested in it. That is it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this one, and if you did, I hope that you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Thank you so much for watching. I we'll be back with another video tomorrow for wood grain and winter and um, unboxing another one of the Some Assemblage Required Advent Calendar days. So come back and see me tomorrow. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.